Hey everybody, this is Michelle.
And this is Julie.
Welcome to a Blonde, a Brunette, and a Mic podcast. What is our podcast all about, you ask?
Well, we're two 50-something women with life experience and, plenty to say.
Which is exactly what we're going to do right now. Hey, Jules.
Shelly!
How's it going?
Oh my gosh, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
I know. It's kind of strange when we live in the same, under the same roof like we do, even though I'm down below. I was telling Julie just a little bit ago, she was gone for the weekend and I was here, and I can totally tell it's like I'm waiting for her to get home. I can tell her walk. I hear the tippy toes of the dogs, and I was really kind of anticipating your arrival last night, and I didn't hear any of that. So
we got home kind of late.
Yeah.
Are you saying you missed me?
I guess that I am.
I missed you. I really did.
Yeah.
I think about all these different events and things that we're experiencing, and I'm like, God, Michelle would love this.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. But so I want to tell you about my weekend though, and I want to hear about yours because there's some interesting new stuff, some new experiences, a lot of firsts, that I've had these last few days. And, oh my gosh, I'm still recovering today just from the lack of sleep and laughing and all that.
We both had really good weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it would be fun just to talk about some of this stuff, because I was kind of thinking about with that, even though we weren't together, and, we have people outside of our own people, we have these connections, I guess, of people. And it was making me really think about the importance of doing these things, that some of these things we're going to talk about. And especially as we head into the season of hibernation.
I know.
Right? I think it's really important to keep things top of mind and really be intentional about doing things. So I think we just kind of kicked off that season.
I know.
With some of the stuff we did.
It's actually been a really interesting month and a half or so. A lot of insightfulness, like you were just talking about. And I'm big on experiences.
Yeah.
That's really important to me. And so that's where I, spend my money, really. It's kind of things that I feel like I'm going to learn something new, or I'm going to try something different. And so anyway, this weekend it's Mary's birthday month, basically. And it's a huge year, because she is just finishing up her chemo and radiation and all that treatment. It was a year ago, the day after her birthday, that she went in for her surgery. And we're going to have her on an episode because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we're going to do that. And just kind of get the overview from her. I've actually, on a side note, went with her when she spoke at a breast cancer fundraiser, and it was really awesome to hear her talk. It wasn't even very long, but just really heartfelt. And she's she's such a positive person.
Yeah, she is.
When it comes to all of the stuff that she's experienced. But, that happened. And then she's, of course, her daughter's wedding was kind of the highlight. It was awesome. But her mom passed away last week.
Yeah.
And she's would have hit 97 on the weekend. So, and she had pretty severe dementia, but honestly, one of the most wonderful ladies I'd ever known, really, because she was Mary's mom as we were growing up. And I don't know, she was just really good with the kids and a little oblivious, but I think in some respects she probably did that on purpose because we were naughty, sneaking out and all that kind of stuff. Whenever her dad was out of town, we did
selective awareness.
Yes, but just so cool.
Yeah,
just the nicest lady and positive and happy, and just the dementia has taken on a whole new persona.
Yeah,
but even then, you hear about people who have dementia and they can, everybody's different, but they can be very angry and they're scared. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And she would just always pretend like she knew who she was talking to.
I had a friend like that. Yeah.
And they're just like, they can carry, and they could totally fool people if you didn't know. I went and saw her she died on a Thursday. I went and saw her the Monday before, and she acted like she knew who I was. She didn't know who I was. Yeah. She didn't even know who Mary was, Yeah. But she's like, oh, I'm feeling so much better. I'm going to live, because she had pneumonia and all that.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was nice to be able to spend some time with her. So going back to what we were doing. So I had told Mary, okay, Andrew moved to Austin, and Austin City Limits is a festival that is in Austin. And the singer that I'm currently obsessed with, Teddy Swims, was playing at the festival. So it's a 3-day festival. Never been to a festival. So that was a first for me.
So the acronym for that is ACL. Is that
Correct,
right?
yeah.
I was trying to remember what that stood for. So Austin City Limits.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
It looked like quite a show.
Well, I did a reel and I
Yeah.
posted for, Mary's birthday. And honestly, I was like, I saw the picture that was up on the screen when Teddy Swims was playing. That's the one that I took the picture of.
Yeah.
And I almost like vomited because I was thinking, oh my God, I'm in that crowd.
Yeah. There was so many people.
Yeah. And the kids were kind of chuckling because they thought it was so cute that I'm just dancing around and, I know all the words of the song. But it was like in the height of the day, 4:00 in the afternoon, and it was freaking 90 something degrees.
So was it mostly country
No.
music?
I mean, there were honestly a lot of the artists were ones I'd never heard of before, which was really pretty cool because you got to learn all these different genres.
Sure.
And, Dua Lipa, like for example, Dua Lipa was there, and Chris Stapleton, who's definitely more country, he was there the day before.
So some bigger names, Teddy Swims, obviously, bigger names, and then a lot of probably up and coming for that exposure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had
Very cool.
Who was the other one that? Blink 182. Who Zoe loves.
Yeah.
So, Zoe wanted to see Blink 182. Anyway, that was really fun. But the whole experience of going, okay, people, if you've never been before, I would say, and you're around our age, you probably have less patience for crowds. I don't have a lot of patience for people telling, like waiting. I just don't.
You get in this zone though. You get in a zone, and I don't know if it's for that reason because you don't like dealing with all of that stuff, but you get this look in your eye. She gets this look in her eye and she's very intentional and zoned with what is going on. And you can tell she's just like on a mission with whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like when we're in Vegas, like where we're walking, where we're going, what we're doing, not really paying much attention to anything going on around her, but just focused on the goal.
Yes.
You're good at that.
Okay. Well, you know what? My daughter is even better.
Really?
Oh my God, Zoe, she's an animal. She is a savage when it comes to these. I'm not kidding you. So so it's Andrew. So Mary didn't go, which I think was a good move because
To ACL.
She was supposed to. And she was like, you know what? I just want to sit by the pool and just chill.
Honestly, that probably would have been me.
Well,
I would have been right by her side.
Yeah. And Mary Beth was there too. And she had gone the day before. She was perfectly happy giving up her ticket. And I'm like, I just want to see Teddy Swims.
Yeah. Well, you had to do that.
Yeah. Just getting into the festival and getting out of the festival. Oh my God. So we kind of figured out the best way to approach it. So they have these buggies that guys are driving, but they're motorized, and they're all waiting out in front of the hotel, which we'd gotten day passes for the pool and everything. So we just get down there, and I'm like, negotiated a price to get us there, and Andrew, Zoe, and me, and he gets us all the way to the gate, which you'd normally have to get dropped off outside of that area because there's so many cars, but they just bypass all the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people, if you're ever doing that, that's the smartest way to go.
Were they playing music?
Yeah, he played tunes for us.
Yeah.
I said, put on some stuff we were going to be hearing.
That's what it was. I saw that downtown Seattle when I went to see Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah, they have those there.
Driving around and Earth, Wind and Fire music blasting. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
When Mary and I went to see Madonna, we drove one of those back to our car and we were playing Madonna. Yeah. So he gets us all the way up there, is playing the good tunes. It's hotter than the gates of hell. It feels like it anyway. And I was laughing because I'm like, oh my God, I didn't have a towel or anything, but I'm literally using my t-shirt and wiping my face off. Yeah. And I was like, I feel like I'm in hot yoga.
Oh, wow.
You know that when guys get really sweaty and their arms look sweaty and shiny?
They're glowing.
They're
gleaming.
Okay, I was glowing, and I don't glow like that, right?
Well, you did last weekend.
I did, yeah. And anyway, so you get in there, and I didn't really know what to expect, but I was actually really pleasantly surprised that this festival, Andrew said, this is nothing like Rolling Loud or the other ones that they've been to. It's 450,000 people for the weekend.
Yeah.
And there's 3 days. But we didn't wait we didn't wait in line to get a drink or anything. They had so many places set up, and they had people for safety, and they had all the bathrooms set up and the food, you didn't really have to wait once you got in the gate. And then I kind of did a little bit of a a Karen party foul moment when we get up to the gate. I'm like, these guys, they're going straight up to where the gate is, and I just looked behind me at those two, and I just started following them. Kind of like when you've got an emergency vehicle and you just kind of go in their wake.
Yeah.
I did that, and I could hear Andrew go, "Mom, you're cutting," and I'm like, "Oh, really?" Oops. So we got a lot closer for that reason. I mean, literally got there 5 minutes before the show started. So first, I was able to attend a festival, and I did it with my kids. Mm-hmm. And I was I actually really am kind of loving some of this country music that I heard. Chris Stapleton in particular, really liked him a lot. I heard a couple rappers. One of them's name's Vince something that I really liked too. Yeah. And there were just some really good bands. Uh-huh. No one was puking.
Right.
No one was like
good atmosphere.
There was even kids there.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
That's cool.
But one more thing with that, Zoe says, so here's the trio, right? Me, Andrew, Zoe. And she's like, okay, these are the rules. I felt like I was a child. It was hilarious. These are the rules. We don't go anywhere without each other. We don't do this. We don't do this. And if we're in the crowd, I bob and weave. So you have to stay with me. And so I'm like, I'm down. I got this. So sure enough, bob and weave. That girl is like bobbing and weaving. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're on a mission. And I finally was like, I know. And I finally was like, Zoe. And she turns around and goes, Pinky. Give me your damn pinky.
Something. Give me something.
Well, I mean, I'm literally like running behind. It was hilarious. Andrew's right behind me. He's keeping up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we had a great time and celebrated Mary's birthday and then came home.
Think about
yesterday.
I just was thinking about you in the weekend, and you went to a really what's going to be even more and more in the future, a special place in Austin, because you're going to have family there and future grandkids and such.
No pressure.
No pressure. You were with two of your very best friends and with your kids.
I know.
And so just making time to make things like that happen, I think is you do that really well. And
thank you. I think it's really important.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I think a lot of that comes from the fact that when I was working in the corporate world, I didn't have the time or didn't feel like I had the time. They were younger too, but I was overwhelmed a lot with just the many responsibilities. And now I feel like I've been able to relax on that a little bit and be able to just kind of enjoy the things and the time. And, not everybody wants to do the stuff I want to do, which is totally fine. And sometimes I'm doing things everybody else wants to do. It just really depends.
But that's one thing I like too, though. You'll just, like, you already bought tickets for Teddy Swims next year. Yeah. So you'll just buy tickets because it's something you're going to want to do. You have no idea who you're going to do it with. You have no idea how you're going to get there, if it's somewhere like in another state or whatever. You just do it. And we were just talking about this, making decisions and then making the decisions right. So it's almost like you make that decision because you're going to want to do it. And then you take care of all the things later. Do you think whatever it's going to be?
Do you think some might think that's really impulsive though? I mean, just, because like we were talking before about the making decision thing. And I mean, my dad, I remember he would research and contemplate ad nauseum. I'm not kidding you. Yeah. I mean, the research there'd be a new year of car that would come out before, and then you'd have to start all over again, to get the car.
But I mean, some people.
I am very impulsive.
You are impulsive.
Spontaneous.
Yes, you're impulsive. You're spontaneous, and I think on a few different levels in regard to different things. You are that way. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's bad. It's just how you are.
It's just there she goes again.
What? Oh yeah, there there she goes again. And sometimes, sometimes it bites you in the ass because you buy tickets in another state that you don't intend to buy tickets for, and then you're going on like, I just bought tickets for Jodeci in Vegas. I thought I was buying them for whatever, but but I think the impulsive or the spontaneity can really be a good thing because you're doing it in that moment. It gives you something to look forward to, and you have a lot of really great people in your life. So it's not like. And what I know about you too is if you ended up just doing it yourself, you would do it yourself.
I would. I don't think it'd be as much fun.
It wouldn't be as much fun. Or if it doesn't work out, you just get rid of them.
Yeah.
And I've seen you do that too.
Yeah. So then I started looking up Eminem because, he hasn't toured.
Oh, gosh.
He's going to be in Austin. Everybody goes to freaking Austin.
Uh-huh. It's kind of a thing now.
I know.
Austin is kind of a place. It's kind of a thing. It's really up and coming.
But hey, here's the deal. Note to self, Michelle.
What?
He is touring next year.
Eminem?
Yeah, we have to go. We're going to have to go. And I'm just saying that because I don't think he'll tour again. And I'm trying to hit bands and people that I've not seen that I want to see or haven't been available. Like Mary J. Blige just posted.
I know. I did see that. That has caught my attention.
So anyway,
MJB.
The big lesson learned on this is kind of expanding my horizons a little bit, trying something new.
Yeah.
And sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't. Would I do a festival again? I told the kids, it's like, I'm totally down to do a festival again, but we're doing it mom's way. We're going to go VIP. I'm not doing all this bullshit waiting at that's just not me. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I get impatient about that. So I might have to sell my Teddy Swims tickets and get the VIP package.
Oh, watch out.
Yeah.
There you go. See, she's planning already.
I'm planning already. So what did you do? I know you had your sweetheart here.
I had a really good weekend. Yes, my sweetheart was here for the weekend. A reason being, there was a show at Jazz Alley. I don't know if you Seattleites have checked that out ever, but if you haven't, you really should at least do one show at Jazz Alley. It's a great venue. It's very intimate. The shows are always exceptional. The food is really good. And it's just a really great night. So one of his favorite artists was there on Friday night, Maysa.
Okay.
She used to sing with a group called Incognito. And she's on her own. And he loves her. So I don't know.
Is it like Sade kind of stuff or?
It's jazzy, bluesy. It's really good. She's got a great, really heartfelt, deep kind of voice. And yeah, Maysa, Maysa. So if you curious to check her out, she's got some tunes. I really wasn't that familiar with her, and then we were going to the show. I'm like, I better start listening.
Yeah, I do that too. I'll like obsess over the music.
And so I was listening to her on a station like constantly, and I really, really love her.
Yeah.
So
see, that's good. You're getting exposed to new things.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just thinking about that too, because had we not talked about that, and he told me she was coming. I said, you should come, because he usually does come in October. I said, you should just come. Let's go to the show. I'll buy tickets. Like, let's go. So that ended up happening. And as a result, yes, I had exposure to something new, and I really liked her. Rick got to see me like get down a little to some old school dance. And
you guys, Rick doesn't know how to dance apparently. Like you got to know Michelle, man. That girl's dancing. She gets up. She's got her little groove on, and she's like, finally, I can't stand it anymore. And she stood up and started dancing. And he's just looking at her.
Like, he wasn't the only one sitting there. There were plenty of people sitting down, but there were plenty of people up dancing, and I couldn't stay in the seat anymore. So yeah, Mama popped up, and
gotta love it.
Got my groove on.
Yeah.
So she put on a great show. It was really good. So that was a fun, intimate night out. And then on Saturday, we just did this, that, and the other thing. I think he watched, unfortunately,
football,
Alabama's loss.
Oh, did Roll Tide lose on Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So we watched that.
The Hawks lost this weekend too.
Yeah, it was just that kind of a weekend. But we went out to dinner. We met friends out. So just a little happy hour, a little dinner with two other couples. And then we came back to my place. And
okay, you know what Michelle did? You got a first, Michelle?
I do have a first. Smoked. Actually, it's the second time. I did smoke a cigar when I went to Mexico like 100 years ago, but I didn't do it right.
Did you inhale?
The first time I did it, I woke up the next day and I felt like I thought I was sick because I had a sore throat, and obviously didn't do that right. But yeah, so we just kind of were sipping some whiskey and smoke some cigars and just like chit-chatting and doing new things. Yeah, we were clipping them and lighting them and puffing
You learned how to do all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever smoked a cigar.
Yeah.
I don't know. They smell. I like the smell of them.
And we had
some of them, not all of them.
A bunch of different ones. Yeah, some of them I'm sure are plenty stinky, but we did have some good smelling cigars.
I think I'm thinking of a pipe. You know, like
pipes.
The pipes.
Can be same thing though. Same thing. You can get lots of different tobaccos for pipes. Mm-hmm.
But you see the old guys with the little pipes, and sometimes they have a beard, and their beard turns yellow. God only knows if their teeth are too, but their beard turns yellow. You know.
Yeah.
Well, see, so first, I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool that it's a very simplistic. It's not complicated. A lot of the stuff we're talking about is not complicated. It's like moments.
Yeah. Super simple.
Super simple. But I don't know. I just had you just walk away with such a good feeling when you know that you've kind of invested energy in something that
exactly.
I don't know, that you see that there's depth to it. Like I feel closer to my kids, these two kids, than I did before. And I already am close to them. Yeah. And it's like, I got to spend time with Amelia. Yeah. You know, she's awesome. I mean, she ended up having to leave Saturday because of an emergency. She came to Seattle because her grandma's sick. But I got to see B and Foster. Yeah. And we had a great time.
Same kind of thing. It was good friendship building because, you know, my friend Stephanie, our friend, she is married and we've never, Rick and I as a couple, we've not really done lots of couple things with other couples. So so these two other couples, and it was good bonding and good like getting to know each other because it was just all new and it was fun planning it. Yeah. Going out and buying cigars, that was kind of a thing.
And she looked super hot in a dress that she was wearing. Really, really, really hot in that dress. Damn, girl. She's been running those stairs and I'm like, she's inspiring me.
Yeah, it was a really good weekend. So
anyway, well, here we are telling everybody about our weekend. We really have nothing else to discuss except for the fact that we feel like living in the moment is really something that we need to embrace more. We talk about it a lot. We have mentioned it in different things, and there are definitely moments in time where we're going, okay, that was one of them.
And being present and making connections. And again, I think specifically, I brought this up in the beginning and I'll just mention it again as we head into this hibernation season. Yeah. I'm speaking for myself. I tend to withdraw a little bit. You're not wanting to be out as much. It's just nice. And I'm not saying it's a good thing to cozy in and settle down and make soup.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I part of me loves that.
Yeah, it's good to do that.
I love the fall and winter for that reason when, you know, the house is warm, got the fireplace going. I think I've mentioned that you got something cooking in the crock pot or whatever, and the house smells good and you're just relaxing. That there's nothing better, you know, than those days, but we have a lot of them. Yeah. You know, there's
plenty.
And like today it was beautiful out and we're in October. It was gorgeous. And it's like, you know, I really don't know how much longer I'm going to want to live in this climate. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I will always have a home here. Yeah. But it's pretty evident to me that I'm starting to feel that pull to do something different. Yeah. And it's not that I'm a nomad. I mean, you might think that I am. Since I was divorced, I've been in like 4 or 5 different places, but on purpose, really, just kind of planning for different things. But I just have this feeling that I will have something somewhere else down the road, like we talked about. And I definitely want something that is in a climate that is more palatable because I just don't like being cold and I like wearing shorts and having tan legs. I'm not asking for world peace.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, sandals, shorts, whatever.
Connections, intention, and shorts and tan legs. Yeah. That's the message this week, people.
That's the message, people. Get out there and tell your friends and family that you love them. Yeah. Okay.
On that note. Go check us out on the socials. I gotta say, we appreciate the downloads.
Yeah, it's been kind of crazy.
It's been kind of crazy. Lots and lots of downloads recently, and we appreciate that. Out on all the platforms that you listen to your podcasts on. So wherever you want to listen, we'll be there, and all the socials as well. So Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Yeah, Michelle's putting together some awesome reels. So we're starting to, our stuff drops on Sunday night normally for Monday, but we're actually putting it out Mondays.
Yeah, pushing it out a day.
Yeah, so but then we're just going to do more, like posts during the week just to remind people. So I think that's actually been great.
More on the socials.
The socials.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. All right. On that note.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a good one.